Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me again for another reaction on this channel. So it's a Monday, and I say let's kick off this week and make it better with some heavy metal reaction. So today I'm gonna be reacting to a legendary band. A band which has released tons of epic albums. And of course I'm talking about none other than the mighty Priest, Judas Priest. Now, I'm a big fan of Judas Priest, and I've been following the band for many, many years. And, some of my favorite metal albums are by Judas Priest. It's one of the bands from which I think they have some of the best heavy metal albums ever recorded. So some of the albums which come to mind are Screaming for Vengeance, Defenders of the Faith, Painkiller, of course, the very, very famous, I think it's the most famous album by the band. But also other albums, like some of the 70s albums like Stained Glass or Sad Wings of Destiny. Even Nostradamus is an album which I really like, although I remember it didn't get such great reviews, but still it's an album I really like because it's different, and I like when bands reinvent themselves and try to do something new at the same time that those things which they try to do, which are not common to their discography, if they're ideally if they're good and not just anything. So in this case, I think Nostradamus was nice. It was symphonic, more epic. It was a concept album. So yeah, very hyped up to react to Judas Priest. Now I'm aware of their discography. I'm familiar with almost all their songs. But they have released an album last year called Invincible Shield, and I remember listening to it when it came out, and I really liked it, but I haven't listened to it since then. And I've revisited the album recently, and I've listened to all of it except for Invincible Shield. And I remember I liked this song, but I cannot remember what was inside the song. Maybe when we listen to it now and when I'm reacting to it, I might remember maybe the chorus or something. But as of now, I cannot remember what was there. But I remember liking it. And I like the whole album, and I think it's a great album. Of course, Panic Attack is a great single. Serpent and the King, very nasty, very heavy, evil. I love it. I loved all the songs. Of course, some I liked more, some less, but I think all the songs had quality in them. And also I can say The Lodger was one of the songs which I liked a lot. It was different, creepy a bit. Yeah. So I want to react to Invincible Shield because it's one of the singles which were released. We're going to listen and watch the video clip. So we're going to see the band. And I think Judas Priest are one of the very few bands that have constantly released amazing albums. Of course, there was a period when they released maybe not so highly rated albums, but I think still they had pretty solid songs. So, and I cannot think of a band really from the early 70s until today releasing, like their last two albums, Firepower in 2018 and Invincible Shield in 2024, had released such high ratings and reviews, almost on par with their best albums, the ones I mentioned before. And that's something which I'm not sure if there's a band which have achieved that from that era. So really, I cannot think of a band that's so consistent as Judas Priest, in my opinion. So yeah, as for the band members, so we have Ian Hill on bass, we have robhalford, the metal god, his nickname, on vocals. We have glentipton on guitars, and we have scotttravis on drums, who joined during the Painkiller era, and he brought more of a double bass driven beat and music. He's also famous from Racer X, the band where Paul Gilbert played. Very technical band from the 80s, and also they released some albums in the 90s and 2000s. Very nice band, so if you don't know it, I suggest you listen to Racer X. Maybe you can start with Technical Difficulties. And yeah, so, and then we have Richie Faulkner great guitarist who joined after KK Downing, Kenneth Downing left. He joined in 2011, and the first album he recorded with the band was Redeemer of Souls. All right, so without further ado, let's jump in and let's listen to Invincible Shield. And I have my electric guitar as you see for the first time. I have it here, and yeah, it's a Jackson electric guitar with 6-string guitar with a tremolo bar. So I'm gonna try to analyze what's happening in the song, try to play some riffs maybe, see what they're playing, you know, just to make the reaction more interesting, try to see what key they're in and so forth. All right, so yeah, let's do it. Alright. I don't remember it. Oh yeah. Okay, so before robhalford kicks in with his vocals, wow, I don't remember what's happening here. I don't remember this song. I barely remember anything from it for now. Very solid intro, nice guitar work by Richie, and the backing rhythm part by Ian Hill on his bass and Scotttravis on drums. Let's see what's happening here. Okay, so my guitar is tuned a full step down, so one whole note down on all strings and a drop C on the first string, the thick string. So yeah, so I think they're playing open strings, so on the A string, and I have to play half step up. So I think they're tuned a half step down, and I'm tuned a full step down. So I have a capo here actually, just for this purpose, because if you're playing open strings, it's more challenging to play such riffs. So how they would play it is, see, this way. So I think, let's just listen again. Okay. Yeah. So they're playing, so they're in the key of A flat. So it's tuned a half step down, so they're playing an open A, but it's tuned half step down. Yeah, I think that's somehow what they're playing. Let's see the main riff. I think he's playing on the lower string, so he's playing. Something like that. So G, well, if they're half step down, then it's maybe F sharp, F sharp, A flat. Yeah. Yeah, something like that, I guess. Sounds a bit similar, but of course, yeah, there are some things in between, or the rhythm has to be a little bit more aligned, but yeah, I think that's what they're playing. Cool, let's continue. Oh yeah. double kick drum. The legs. Evil vocals by robhalford. Oh, damn man, robhalford, so consistent since the 70s, unbelievable. This demonic, evil vocals that he provides. It's really a staple of Judas Priest, and I think he's one of the first singers, heavy metal singers, that pioneered this evil, let's say, demonic sounding vocals. And I think in this verse, he has two vocals together, one lower and a higher one. I think the higher one might be a falsetto, and they're together, and it provides this, it's like a demon singing from behind. Not sure how they're mixing it, if it's panned each to a different side or yeah, whatever they're doing there, but it sounds like that demonic voice, that higher octave voice is in the back, and it's great. So because then they switch and he sings with his low normal voice, you know, but then in the back you can hear when they switch back this demonic voice. And I think they're playing, so they're moving from yeah, so I'm in drop C, so I cannot play an open. Otherwise, if I was tuned a full step down on the first string, then yeah, I could play. But now I'm in drop C, so I have to play one note higher. So they're going from the main riff, which is before the verse, and then they're going to E flat. So yeah, let me move the capo here. Let's see what they're playing again. Okay, seems they're playing like maybe something like that. Yeah, not sure though. Yeah, let's continue. Chorus, I guess. Nice fills by Richie. Reminds me of KK Downing's fills. So I'm not sure if he has a wah effect. I have a wah pedal down here. Yeah, I guess he was doing something like, I guess. But then he was doing something on the last string. Maybe. Let's see again. Ah. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, let's continue. But very cool stuff. Typical of Judas Priest. Nice guitar in the background. Nice guitar work. Let's see now.
Crushing the earth, shattering disbelief, consecrating beneath sacred sound. Scattering, stunning, the heathens are running, destroying the gods that we crown. Hearts are golden, our faith and our honor defense. We raise the invincible shield.
Guitar solo. Twin guitar attack. Harmony. Okay, let me stop it now before I ruin the solo later. There's another guitarist playing with them. I'm not sure who that is, but it's most probably because Glentipton has Parkinson since a few years back. So yeah, they get another guitarist to help out with, I guess, the solo harmonies. Maybe Glentipton is not able to play it due to the disease that he has. So yeah, get well, Sir Glentipton. We love you, and you're such a great inspiration for us. Get well. Okay, let's continue. Ooh. Come on, Richie. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn.
Barricades, none shall pass, friend or foe. Shot and stun, blessed infamy, nullify.
Amazing.
Invincible, our masses are united. Invincible, forever and a day. Invincible, can never be divided. We're invincible.
Wow. That solo was epic. Like, I've heard tons of good solos in my life, tons of bands and stuff and styles and genres. And this solo managed to blow me away. I'm not saying I'm the benchmark, but I'm just saying I've heard a lot. And not any solo will catch my attention. This was a great solo, nasty solo. The riffs are nasty. Yeah, and how after the solo there was a slight stop, then the third verse, I think it was the third one, kicked in. Amazing. Let us check the lyrics. So, clad in steel, raise the barricades, none shall pass, friend or foe. Hold your ground. Pacts are galvanized. Chained by truth, blood will flow. I really like Rob Halford's vocal lyrics. He really has some really nice rhymes, and he's, for me, one of my favorite lyricists in metal. Face your fate, bane or sacrifice, to the hilt, stain the sword. Charge your soul, purge infinity, clarion's cry, strike the chord. Faith and honor, hearts are golden. Invincible, our masses are united. Invincible, forever and a day. Invincible, can never be divided. Nothing can stand in our way. Invincible shield. Okay, so is it about the fans? About the Judas Priest fans, which are like an invincible shield, which are always with them, which shield them from any bad. They are like one, the fans and the band. This is what I understand. It's laid down, as usual, in an epic way, as in heavy metal. Maybe not as epic as power metal does, but it's still put in an epic, evil, dark way, which I love. Okay, so what else do we have? Smash and grab, let loose infamy, hit the pit, feel the force, crushing earth, shatter disbelief. Petrifier, of course, sacred sound, bred to volatilize. Devastation supreme, consecrate deep beneath the ground. Excommunicate sin. Praise this power, strength, in union. Invincible, our masses are united, invincible forever. Okay, I understand it's about the fans, maybe. Because they're saying, invincible, our masses are united. Our masses, our people, our crowd, our fans. Invincible forever and a day. So forever and a day. So for eternity. Nice. Cool. Not too complicated, deep, but written in a nice way. The vocal melodies and harmonies are great. So yeah, I like it. I just remember maybe now hearing the chorus over and over again. I remember the chorus maybe a bit, but I don't remember the riffs, the solo, anything. So yeah, it's like a first time reaction, maybe a bit of analysis. We can say it's a reaction analysis. Let's continue. Double bass drum going all the way. Let's just stop it one more time. That dive was great. What was Richie playing here? That was a nice melody. Maybe. It was a dive. Yeah, somewhere on that string, I think. Okay, let's continue. Nice. Harmony. Each guitar is playing something different. Sounds beautiful together. Nice drums. Playing on the right. Nice. Nice album cover as well. Whew. Yeah, great song. as is the whole album. I'm not surprised, but I'm happy I listened to this, to the title tracks, after maybe more than 1 year, and I'm glad I could react to it. That was the one song I didn't listen to since its release, and because I wanted to do this reaction. I mean, I really again can't think of band which is so consistent and is. I mean, robhalford, glentipton, Iron Hill are in their 70s. I think robhalford is 73. I mean, to process that with these vocals, this performance. Scotttravis maybe in the 60s, a little bit younger. Richie maybe in the 40s. Okay, he's still young. But regardless, they're touring, they're playing, they're releasing. Firepower was such a great album. I mean, the title track blows you away. It's the album opener, I think. And the whole album is great. Invincible Shield again. Like, I thought, okay, Firepower was great. Can they do it again? They did it again with this album. Unbelievable. Really, like, I'm waiting if they release a new album, and if they, with such a quality, I mean, wow. They're already legends, so they don't need to prove anything to anyone, but still. So yeah, I hope you like this reaction. I hope you like this breakdown. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, so if you like my content and in order to support the channel to keep these videos coming, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your comment below with any suggestions from any band, any music you like, and I'll try my best to check it or react to it if possible. So really appreciate your support. Thank you for staying tuned, and wishing you a great week ahead, and see you in the next reaction.